we're going to take all this out, we'll scrape it all out, all that putty, and cut that flush. We're going to get some, then we're going to sand all these walls. See all this here, it's mismatch. Once it's painted, it'll tend to look all the same. So what we're doing is, we want to be measuring it to the end there, and to the end. So all I'm going to do is, get my tape measure on there. So 1830. I want it tight, so I'm going to measure it tight. Maybe you should leave it about 10 mil. So 1830. And then the panel, because I don't want to see the back of the telly, we're going to put a plastic panel in. So the plastic panel, 1200. So 1200, that's going to be the panel to the opening window. So just draw a line, opening window, and we want the hinges on this side so it opens out. Or in fact I might put it on that side. I want hinges on that side, because then when I've got it fully open, it'll open out there. Then what you want to do is, underneath here, you want to make sure that this isn't overlapping, so I can see where it's been on there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to measure off there to the top of the window. $13.80. So $13.80. That's a full scale. That's a full scale of my window. So now I'm going to take that up to the window shop, and I'm going to go and I'm going to give him it, and I'm going to tell him exactly what I want. So here we're not going to have glass, we're going to have a white panel, so you can't see that. Here we're going to have an opening window. The opening window will be here, so we'll open it and it'll open that way. Obviously we'll have a windowsill, and we'll see what they recommend. But no job too small for MJC Kitchens and Bathrooms, and we never have problems, only solutions. So we will tackle anything. Nothing's impossible. So we will see how it turns out. It's always what do you call it? Bit of experiment, you know what I mean? Until we do it, because we specialise in bathrooms and kitchens. This stuff here, we're just having a go. Do you know what I mean? Just having a go. So thank you for following. First thing I'm going to start with, I've been up and I've measured the window, give him the measurements, he's going to sort it out. So, we need a letterbox. Now this is a door what I've just refurbed. A lot of people say, why don't you just put a new door in? Why don't you just give me £1,000 for it? You know what I mean? You've got to make do with what you got. So we need a letterbox in the door. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there. I'm going to mark it, then draw a level line around it, and then I will use that multi-tool. These are a very good product. A multi-tool with a new blade, because that look at the state of that blade, that's no good, that blade. And I will just cut that out with a multi-tool, and then that part will go in there. I'll drill a centre hole straight through to make sure we get it at the other side, and then we just bolt. Cut that out. Little opening there, we need to cut that bit out, and then that, and we'll have a nice new letterbox. Insert it. I've just put my multi-tool through there to get into the door again, because we know that's the top line. Make sure you use a level. Never measure from the floor upwards, because you don't know if the door's hung on a slant. So just draw a line across where you level. Now we'll cut that out, and both letterboxes will go in together. Go on the outside. Now you can seal it with some silicone, clear silicone around it, to make sure no water gets into it. This side here, that ain't got one on. So now we've got his hole cut, and we've got his hole cut outside. That'll fit in there nicely like that. We're going to take that little label off, make sure it's level. Open it up, screw it up onto the outside. But this one here, that seal, when that goes onto the outside of the door, that rubber in theory should stop any rain from getting in. But I would not trust that. So I will get some clear silicone. I'll put clear silicone around there, and then when I screw it up, it'll squash it out, and I'll take it off. I won't do it on the bottom, just in case water does get in there, because at least it's got somewhere to run down the side. So I'll just do it round there and down there, round there and down there to that point. Leave the bottom there, because if water does get in, it can run out. Beautiful. No drafts coming through it, just what we want. Now we've cleaned off all the wall, so it's all clean. It's virtually ready for painting. We just need a top up there. But in the meantime, while we got a bit of dry weather, we're going to get on top of that roof and we're going to seal it. That's next job. So what we're doing here is, see how the steps are a little bit longer there, and because of the conservatory, they've taken that bit out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill it with the best tile bits in the business, in my opinion. £15 a pack, you can buy them off me, Bish, bosh. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill it, and then we're going to strengthen it up. I'll show you as we go. So what I'm going to do is, these are tile bits, but the 6mm tile bits are beautiful. Nice neat holes. That's how good these tile bits are. As you can see, I'm drilling into a concrete step with my tile bits. That's a tile bit, I've done it live. £15 a pack, you can't go wrong. Buy them off me. The link's on my page. So I've drilled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 holes. 17 holes through concrete. Like a dream. Then we're going to bang some plugs in them, like so. Oh baby, you gotta know, I don't think I've got enough pluggies. This is going to be a little masterpiece is this for you all. So now I've put some strengtheners in, so they're screws. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean all this up, and then I'm going to put some primer on there, and I'll put a panel in front of here. I will show you as I go along. So now we've cleaned it up, now we're going to just put a bit of primer on it, and then we'll put this panel on. Now we've made a little template for it. It's all sealed up, same size as the step, same dimensions as the step. All we have to do now is mix the cement, drop it in that hole, pack it down, and then flatten it off, let it dry. It's going to be beautiful. So that's all I'm using, ready mixed. All we have to do is mix that up, pour it in that hole, and that's it, job's done. And there we go. So I've put the mould in, jammed it all the way down.
Well, that looks good.
And I'll just keep an eye on it. If it drops a bit, I've got a bit more cement there, and I'll just keep packing it. But I pushed it down with a screwdriver, I banged it, and it should look the same as that one. Then I'm going to sand all this down, sand all that one down, and I'm going to paint it all black. Don't forget to get on and buy me best tile bits in the business. 15 quid a pack, MJC Kitchens and Bathrooms. Don't forget, there's a raffle going as well. Join the raffle. The raffle, go in the raffle page, look up MJC Kitchens and Bathrooms. Official raffle, 22 karat gold coins. £10 a ticket, only 300 tickets. Beautiful. And there you go. One extra piece of step. So I'm just going to let that dry a little bit, and then tonight I will take it off before it's fully dry. So let's have a look. Now, I don't know the best way to do this because it might just all fall apart. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that! Look at that! Is that work of art or what? Is that work of art or what? Were you all doubting me? Did you all have doubts? Look at that! Beautiful. Beautiful. Now all I'm going to do is sand it off. All I'm going to do is give it a little sand, because it's not fully dry yet. So if I just sand this part here, it's like the Eurovision making a racket. Do you know what I mean? I wish they'd have consideration for me doing my live. Oh, I've got to confess. Bang that in there. So that side just wants to be oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Leave that silicone on until it dries fully in the morning. Yes, I got to confess, you can't get better than that. Got to confess, you cannot get better than that. Beautiful. Matches the other side. Bish, bash, bosh. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget, if you don't subscribe to this channel, hit the subscribe button, like and follow.